Welcome to Coastal Conversation, episode 20. Thank you for listening today. As always, we remember Colossians 4:6 that reminds us to let our conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that we may know how to answer everyone. And as always, that is our goal. Well, today's guest is one of my favorite people, and I know is one of your favorite people. Paige is the Next Steps Director at Coastal Church. And with that, she oversees our Coastal Groups department. Now, this Sunday, August the 18th, if you're listening to this in real time, like coming out on a Wednesday this week. So August the 18th, 2024, our fall 2024 semester catalog goes live on the Coastal website. And the semester officially begins September the 8th. So you have several weeks to decide what groups that you would like to be a part of. Paige has been telling me about this semester that it is going to be one of our strongest and best semesters yet. So I'm really excited to hear more about it. I just wanted to take time on this week's podcast to give you a brief overview of some of the groups that we are going to be offering at Coastal Church this semester and maybe a little bit more detail about some of them. So help me welcome my best friend and yours, as always, our favorite person, Paige Rollins. So Paige, thanks for being again here on Coastal Conversations.
Thank you.
You were on episode 2. Like you came out of the gate. You didn't know what I got you into.
No.
And I'm like, and then tell everybody about your deepest, darkest secrets. Just teasing.
We did.
You told your testimony and it has changed so many people's lives. So many people. I can't even tell you how many people, especially at church, have come up to me and said, I did not know that about Paige. I did not realize that was her story. And wow, what a testimony of what God's grace and God's love has done in somebody's heart and life. So thank you for being vulnerable again on that.
Yes,
on
absolutely.
That episode.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
And I want to tell everybody, if they haven't listened to episode 2, they need to go back and listen to it and get to know Paige a little bit better. So like I said in the beginning, I wanted to bring Paige on today to talk about all the wonderful coastal groups that are being offered this fall semester. But before we talk about some of those, I just want to explain a little bit about how we do groups here at Coastal Church. So if somebody's new and they don't understand or don't, have not been to a church that does it like this before, they can kind of understand a little bit better how we formulate groups. So we run in a semester, right?
We run in a semester, correct. Right now we're doing 8-week semesters, which has been very fruitful. Everybody's really seeming to enjoy it. 12 weeks was a little long for some people, so 8 weeks has seemed to be a really good, comfortable spot for people to be able to commit to.
Yeah, so we have 8-week semesters. We have a fall semester, which we said starts in September, and that runs 8 weeks. And then we have a winter-spring semester that we bring everything back. And then sometimes we have a shortened summer semester, depending on kind of how summer falls. The last few years, we've kind of taken summer breaks and done more whole church things as a church. So really that fall semester and that winter spring semester are our 2 main group time semesters.
Yes.
And then here at Coastal, we have what's called a free market system. So we've explained this in the past, but for people that are new, basically, what does that free market system mean?
So free market system basically means whatever you like to do.
Yeah.
Kayaking, reading, journaling, Bible studies, whatever you like to do can be a group. As long as you are willing to lead it, put it out there. We help you advertise. We'll help you find a co-leader if you need a co-leader. But basically, we're not telling you what you need to lead. You can pick your own topic.
Right. So it basically whatever you enjoy doing, invite others to join you and make it an intentional, godly community of people that are there to kayak together, but support one another. Kayak together, run together, but pray with each other.
That's right.
And so formulating the groups this way, we believe, help people kind of get in the journey wherever they feel like they fit best. Because we believe at Coastal, everybody's on a different part of their spiritual journey. And sometimes for people, the reason we do the free market is jumping into an intense Bible study may be a lot for somebody.
Absolutely. Everybody's on a different part of their journey, and everybody, we believe here at Coastal as well that anything can be ministry.
Yes.
You can be packing your son's lunch, as you've said before, and praying over him, and that's worship. And we can be in ministry anywhere in anything we're doing with our lives. When we're running, kayaking, sewing, our prayer shawl. I mean, we've got so many different things that you can bring God into to make it ministry.
And I think sometimes in those moments, God's even more real in some of those conversation and the moments that are just happen as we play pickleball together. And then after pickleball, we are, picking up the court of balls. And then all of a sudden, hey, can you pray with me about this? Me and my wife are going through this, or me and my husband are going through this, or our kids are going through this. And it's like God's presence is there just as real as if you were in an intense Bible study.
That's right.
So what we're saying is somebody can jump in those, and then it kind of whets their appetite for the things of God and the community of God. And then they get involved in even more things, Bible studies, intense groups like a Celebrate Recovery or whatever. But we want them to get in where they fit in and feel good about it. And then kind of allow God to do the work and the Holy Spirit to do the work so that it becomes a discipleship process that we're on a journey with them, right? So I know you, like me, have seen so many people begin in one spot and now they're leading groups, right?
Absolutely.
And we never thought they would
No,
do that.
I loved my husband is my favorite person, so I love to bring him up. But he was, I came to church long before he did. And when I finally got him to come, it was an event. So it was a fun thing. It wasn't a church thing. You know what I mean? Of course, it was at church. But he saw people, well, I went to school with him. And then he felt comfortable. And then he started coming. And then he started praying. And then he started leading. And so that's exactly what we want people to do is, like you said, just whet their appetite and realize that they do belong.
That's right. And that you can get in. You don't have to know everything about God and the Bible and Jesus. And so many people are like, I don't even know how to open a Bible. Well, you don't have to. Let us take you on the journey together. And so I just wanted to take the spookiness out of being a group. So many people think like, if I join this group, I'm going to have to be real vulnerable and tell everybody all my deepest, darkest secrets. And that's really not what it's about. Now, there are groups like that and for those specific things. But for the most part, it's getting in godly community so that you can be built up in your faith. Because we know this about being a Christ follower. You can't do it by yourself. You can't be on an island out there by yourself.
Nope.
It takes a community of people to encourage you. And you may be going through the worst week. And then you get with your run group. I know you lead your run group. And it's like, man, I needed that. I didn't really realize I needed that encouragement today.
Right. I mean, how many times have you not gone somewhere because you didn't want to and then regretted it?
Oh, me a lot.
But if you get up and go, you're like, man, I'm glad I took that first step.
So much. Well, thank you so much for being here, and let's talk through these groups because I think, man, we have so many to offer.
We do.
And so I wanted people to hear because sometimes we get through a semester and somebody's like, I didn't even know we had that group, or I didn't even realize. So what I wanted to talk about and explain is that beginning this Sunday, when they go on the website, there's going to be a catalog.
Right.
That we've worked really hard to get.
Oh, yes.
And that catalog is very easy to see. It's very self-explanatory. And you literally go through. I would encourage people, study the catalog. Take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, sit down and really look at what groups are being offered. And then sign up.
Yes. And sign up for more that, if you're unsure, sign up. You can always go once or twice and say, oh, you know what? That wasn't the group for me. I think I'd rather this one on this day. That's okay. We can help you to get in and out and join in more than one group. I am myself leading 3 groups, and then I'll probably sign up for 3 more. So you don't have to be in one group.
So you're telling me that this is what I say to people, and you can correct me. Like I tell them to date around.
Yes,
date around your groups because I say sign up for as many as you want at the beginning. And then no harm, no foul if you say, it's really not my tribe.
Right.
This is really, I thought it was going to be this. It really wasn't this. But there is a group for everybody.
Absolutely.
And then if they can't find it, they need to contact you or Meredith at our Bay Minette campus so that you guys can help connect them. Oh, I know what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for.
Yes. We would love to do that. We love people being in community so that we could keep in touch with you and know what's going on in your life as well.
Yeah, be able to pastor them. Well, let's get started then.
Okay.
Let's look at these groups. So first up, let's talk about the Coastal Seniors groups that I see in our catalog right here.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that one.
Okay.
Most of our evening groups start at 6 p.m. This particular group is going to start at 4 p.m. And the reason is the time will be changing soon. And some people do not like to drive in the dark.
I love that.
So they're going to be here. They're going to start at 4 so that they can be, on the road and getting home before it gets dark. And I think that's wonderful for seniors.
On that senior group, let me ask a quick question. Yeah. So this lady named Miss Valerie Wiggins is leading that. What are they going to be doing? Because I see it's at the Coastal Cafe. So they're just going to be like community.
Just community. This is her first time leading a group, and she saw the need and was willing to step up and lead for this group. She is trying to find a co-leader, so hint, hint. But she just wants to do community, and then her goal is to get them to where they are going out to dinner, going bowling, that this extends beyond our semester.
I love that. I love that. So they'll be at the Coastal Cafe 4 to 5.
Just for 1 hour.
On Thursdays, and just getting to know each other, maybe playing some board games, card games, all that kind of fun stuff. I think that'll be a great group for seniors. So if you're 55 and up, I would encourage you, get in on this social group. I think that's going to be a great group.
I do too.
All right. Women's groups. Women's groups are really, really strong here at Coastal. We have great, strong Coastal women group that Miss Ashley leads, our Coastal women. And so how many women's groups do we have this semester?
We have 9 women's groups here at our Daphne campus.
Wow.
And I believe 3 or 4 of them over at our Bay Minette campus. So we have a lot. There's no reason for you not to be in a group if you're a woman.
Yeah, we have lots of women's groups. Let's highlight a few that you think people need to put on their radar, maybe.
Okay, sure. So one that we're very interested in is Ashley Simmons, Pastor Ashley, our care counselor pastor. She is going to be leading one in Fairhope on Tuesday evenings for Women in Leadership. It's by Christine Kane, which we all love. That's going to be a really fun one, I think, over at Miss Ashley's. And then also we have one called Divine Appointment.
Okay, I love this group.
Yes, it's super
Explain
fun.
This group, because this is not the first semester. They've done this a lot.
Several years.
I love this group. Tell everybody what they do.
So this group, it's led by Rebecca Sexton, and she's got 3 co-leaders with her because it's such a popular group. They meet once a month, either for brunch or breakfast, usually a brunch, where they all collect money and they go to where they know that a server is in need, and they tip the server very big.
Yeah.
And every time they have gotten tears and just lots of gratitude, lots of thankfulness. And it blesses the ladies more than it blesses the waitress or waiter.
Yeah, the server.
Yeah.
So they intentionally find a server that's in need. They pull those tips together, make them a little bit chunkier, bigger, and they really bless them. I think my mom did that group, and I think several $100s one time went to these servers.
Yeah,
and they just cry and say, "Oh, I just love that group." Yeah, I love that group.
Yeah.
Divine Appointment. Okay. Next, any other ones?
Okay, so I'm plugging my own just because I can.
Okay.
So every Saturday, which I did this last semester, I do a 100-day devotion. So ours goes a little longer than the 8 weeks. We just meet on Saturdays at Summer Moon for coffee and conversation. And we do a little devotion where you do 6 days on your own. We do the 7th day together every week. And that's kind of fun. It's very low key. You show up if you want to. It's not a curriculum. So if you miss a Saturday, you haven't missed out. And some of us are still meeting. We just like the camaraderie, the fellowship of having each other to pray with.
And y'all Saturday. Go to Summer Moon coffee on Saturday morning.
We do at 8 a.m.
I love it.
And okay, so Miss Christina Quick is leading one on Mondays at 10:30 a.m. It's called Untangle Your Emotions by Jenny Allen, which
it's a great
She's
book.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And she's a good writer.
She's a great writer, a great teacher.
Yes.
That book is very good. Untangle Your Emotions. And Christina is a world-class group leader.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
She used to be on staff here at Coastal. She just leads a great group of community. So if you're looking for a daytime community of women that get together and work through this book together, Jenny Allen is a great author. I think that would be a great group for a lot of stay-at-home moms and ladies that want to be intentional during the day. Talk about the Fairhope Coastal Ladies group.
Okay,
I am super excited about this group.
Okay, so Miss Gail is going to be leading a Fairhope Coastal Ladies group at her home in Fairhope at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays, just because she's a little further than some of our Daphne ladies, and she knows there's tons that drive over here. So she said, well, why don't we just meet in our little neck of the woods and get together? And they're going to also do something where they're just kind of meeting and fellowshipping, and then They're going to form lunch groups and just, all that kind of stuff.
I love
where
that.
they're at in life.
That's so necessary and needed.
And then we have a ton of other nighttime and daytime groups. So don't forget to check out the catalog.
We are just briefly overviewing several of the women's groups. So please make sure to go in the catalog. There's a lot more women's groups listed than what we just did. Okay, so men's groups. Let's move into that. So we've got 2 men's groups happening this semester at the Daphne campus. Do we have any at the Bay Minette?
We do. We have one at the Bay Minette campus on Sunday nights.
Okay. So tell us about the men's group. Do you want to highlight any of those, maybe one of those that we're having? Or
Well, I mean, I would just say that these are some very strong men.
Yeah.
And I believe just like us women getting together with other godly women, it just makes you stronger and better. So check those out. There's 2 of them on there.
Okay, great. What about a marriage group? Do we have any of those for married people?
We do. So this is going to be a dinner club. So it's going to be very casual meal conversations. Mo and Andy Gibson have led several years. They are very fun to be around. They are very godly. They're very wise. I highly recommend if you're a married couple to get into their group.
Yeah. So theirs is more of like a dinner club. Everybody brings things. They hang out. They are so fun.
They are fun.
And the conversations that they have there, I know Carrie, our business administrator, has been in that group several times. She said the conversations are always so helpful.
Yes.
And that group becomes very tight. So if you're a married couple looking for other married couples to hang out with,
right,
I think it's going to be, that's a very strong group to get into.
Yes.
And that group's called Heaven's Kitchen. That married group. That's a cute little name. All right. So now we have men's groups, women's groups, married group, and then we have co-ed groups that men or women can join, and we have tons of those.
Yes.
So let's highlight some of those. Okay. First being mine. So let me toot my horn first. Okay. My group is going to be called Traveling Light. It's actually the name of the book that we're going to use to work through the book of Galatians. So it's Traveling Light by Eugene Peterson. He's one of my all-time favorite authors. He's deceased now. He actually translated the Message version of the Bible. And so he's a fantastic, fantastic teacher of God's word. He's a little deep waters. So if you know anything about me, you know I love the deep stuff and I love the good stuff, the stuff that you have to think about for a minute. So Traveling Light, we're going to work through the book of Galatians in my Bible study. It's going to be on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 in the Coastal Church main auditorium. And so we're going to be in there together. So men or women can do this. If you're planning on joining us, you can go ahead and order the book on Amazon, Traveling Light. All those details will be in the catalog as well. So that's my group. If anybody wants to come, men or women can come to that. What are some other ones you want to highlight that are co-ed?
Okay, so let's talk about some activity groups.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, our beloved Pastor Tim loves him some pickleball. So he is leading a pickleball group on Tuesday evenings.
Where at?
Here on our Coastal Courts.
At Coastal Court.
That's right.
And so Tuesday night, 6:30, pickleball, Pastor Tim. And if you know anything about him, he's very competitive.
He's very competitive, and he probably thinks he's very good.
Oh, yeah. Have you beat him? No. Oh.
I haven't tried. I'm just saying.
Do you think you could beat him?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying. He's got that attitude, you know.
I think he's very good. I've had to play him once or twice before, but I don't play a lot, but I'm not good enough to beat him.
Right. No, I won't embarrass myself.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. Okay. So we've got pickleball group here. What are some other activity groups?
We've got a golfing group on Sunday afternoons.
Golf. Okay.
Yes. Mr. Blake Rainey is stepping up to be a leader for the first time. I'm super excited about that one. We also have Sweating with My Coasties, which is one I'm leading, which is going to be a walking, running, and then we're going to also have some stretching at the end. That's going to be on Thursday nights. Also, I think we should talk about our business administrator, Carrie Miller. She's doing a financial freedom group on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
evenings.
Yeah, that'll be great. And we had her on the podcast talking about financial things, and that was very popular. A lot of people were helped.
The real deal.
And she's very good at helping people with personal finances. So I would encourage you, if you need to help with the budget and, or help with systems or how to set up your personal finances or anything like that, that True Financial Freedom group will be very good.
Yes, and she likes to see you win, so she will definitely make sure you have the tools if you take her class.
I think that's going to be great.
Mhm.
I want to step back one from the activity and highlight it's a co-ed group, but it's during the day on Wednesdays. The book of Hosea by one of, I hear, is the best teachers at our church.
She is.
And that's Miss Nancy Danley. My mom has taken several of her classes and speaks highly, said she's the best Bible teacher. And Nancy's she's intense. Like, she takes you through that book and you learn everything about that book of the Bible. She's doing the book of Hosea Wednesday mornings at the Coastal Cafe. Right. I think that's one. And it's a co-ed, so anybody can come.
Yes.
Okay, keep going. What do we got?
Let's talk about our coastal singles.
Okay, we have a singles group.
Yes, we do. And Kevin and Jonathan are super excited to lead this group. They're going to go through Tony Evans' Kingdom Single book.
Okay.
And they're going to be out front of the Coastal Cafe because we do have a group inside. So they're going to be out front on the splash pad out there doing their group out front.
That's a beautiful place to meet.
And it'll be very casual, which I think is going to be comfortable. I mean, you remember being single. You don't really want to be up close to anybody. So it's okay. It's going to be nice and good.
Yeah. And this one's not a creepy singles group.
No.
Because I've talked to Kevin and he's like, I don't want this to be like, come meet your future mate group.
Right.
I just want it to be a place where singles can come and feel seen and known and needed and, and they can just be friends. Everybody be friends and just, So I think it's going to be a healthy singles
I do too.
group that people can be involved in.
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Ooh, we have so many good ones.
We have so many good ones. We have some more Bible studies. We have some more food, fun, and fellowship studies.
Yeah.
And also just hangout groups. We've got some grilling ones. We have a Daphne High School football concession stand group.
Yes, which we've done in the past.
They're looking for people to help on 3 different dates. That'll be listed for you. The first one is August 23rd, so that's coming up. But you can look at that on the catalog as well.
And we put this in the current. So if you haven't signed up for the weekly newsletter of Coastal Church, you'll want to do that.
Yes.
But we went ahead and put that one in the current this week or last week because that first time to serve at the Daphne football game is August the 23rd. So it came fast. So we wanted to get people in there and involved. So if you're interested in serving, we just meet up there on Friday night at one of these 3 games and our church serves the concession stand. It's so much fun. We get to see all kinds of people cheer on the Trojans and it's a great service to our community.
It's fun.
Because it does alleviate band member parents and football parents having to stand back there and they can't see their kids perform and play. So that's what it does alleviate. We give them the chance to be in the stands to see their kids.
Yes.
I love that group. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, lots more
so many
bunches. A healthy one with Mr. J. Fassbender. He has a really good story. If you guys are interested in anything healthy, he's got a really good story there. Then we also do community walks. We do annually here. One that we do for prevention of suicide, one that we do for feeding families. So check those out. We've got all kinds of fun stuff. What about young adults?
Yes. Let me back up one thing. So the walks that we do, many people ask, can you support the Prodigy Pantry Turkey Trot or the Fairhope, Spanish Fort Fire Prevention 5K, we do support them through having a group.
That's correct.
So get involved in these groups if you like to do these 5K runs and these walks. That's a great way to support. And we all wear our Coastal Church t-shirts and you all dress up and
we have so much fun.
It's a whole thing. Okay, now, Coastal Young Adults, which is, taken off with a bang.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about this new group.
Okay, so this is led by Bill and Crystal Menas. They are so excited. The Lord just put it on their heart to lead a group. Miss Crystal retired, so she jumped in literally with both feet. And they had a big Bay party for their first event, which was this past month. They had over 30 people there.
Wow.
I know. Their next one is coming up next week. So you guys sign up for that or text us, call us, let us know if you want to join in on that because theirs is going to be a year-round group. It's a need where you're not in high school anymore and you're not an adult. So where do you go? So these people are providing that.
Yeah. And they meet the 3rd Tuesday so either at their Bay house or at their other house in Spanish Fort. The 3rd Tuesday from 6 to 7:30. And then out of that group, other little connect groups grow.
Yes.
Like they go to dinner together, lunch together, they hang
Bowling,
out together.
fun.
So it's that group, like you said, is a year-round group. I would encourage anybody, young adult, 20s and 30s, jump in that group.
Yep, married or single.
Yeah, I love that. We have a Coastal Hope group. So we have a lot of serve groups that do so many good things that people may not realize here at Coastal.
Right.
Coastal Hope is one of them, led by Rob Bacon, who is just an answer to prayer.
He's so kind. He owns a construction company, does wonderful work, and he just has a heart to where he's too busy to lead a group every single week, but he wanted to do something to give back to the community. So if we have a need, like we had an elderly lady whose stairs were crumbling, he went and repaired those.
Yeah.
A roof that had a tarp for years, he fixed that. Just different things around that are needed that people can't afford or insurance is not helping to take care of. Rob will get a team together and they'll go in and take care. We've had people that have had surgery and couldn't cut their grass.
Yeah.
And he handles
So we
that.
can't help maybe some needs maybe too beyond our scope financially or whatever.
Right.
But if it's a small enough fix-it problem.
Correct.
Rob and a team, that group, like, so if you're good with fix-it things, repair things, you may have extra wood lying around, you could repair a stair or help an elderly person or a single mom that may just need like, something's going on with my car. Can you look at it? You know, all of those things. Rob's team comes in and maybe helps you as they're able to do that. I love that group. Grief Share. This is a great support group that we offer, Grief Share. And many people don't know we have this group, but the Bartles that lead this group are just precious. Chuck and Margie. Margie. I always say Margie. I want to say
She's
Margie.
special.
Margie. I like that. Chuck and Margie Bartle.
Yep.
They're precious. And they lead a Grief Share. When is that?
That's going to be on Sunday evenings. This is a very private group. So most people that attend this group are going through something. And Chuck and Margie have gone through something themselves. And so their heart is to comfort others in times of sadness and to get through tough times. They are very good at what they do. They take it very seriously. And like I said, it's a private group. So you should feel confident that, you know, what you say stays there as with most of our groups.
And supported. It's a support group. So if you're going through grief, if you've lost somebody recently or maybe years ago and you never processed that grief healthily, I would encourage you to get in Grief Share because it will help you process grief in a healthy way. Maybe you never thought you needed to process it, but other things now are coming out. I would say get in this group. You're not going to find a better support group than this one. Celebrate Recovery, as always, is just booming at both campuses.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And whether you are, you know, feel the need to be there or not, I highly recommend that you celebrate with them because it's an honor to go there, especially on testimony night, and just support other people and watch their testimonies and what they've been through. There's so many of us that have been through something that so many people don't know. Yeah. And you see them now and you only see the good side and you don't see all the yuck that they've been through. And you're like, man. And it gives you hope.
It does.
And they're a very tight-knit
So
community.
our Celebrate Recovery groups for the Daphne campus, they meet on Thursday nights.
Correct.
Right. And we give a free meal and childcare. And then for the Bay Minette campus, theirs is on Friday nights. And we feed and we offer childcare.
Yep.
So really, if you're struggling with a life controlling issue, there's help. There's hope.
And it doesn't just have to be addiction.
No.
There's several things. Some people need to recover from anger. I mean, there's just different things.
Like, so whatever if it's a life controlling issue,
that's right.
Celebrate Recovery is a great place to start. Okay. So we have other serve groups here at Coastal that people can be involved in. We have a Take a Meal team. So when people go in the hospital, bereavement, we have a team that comes along if they like to cook a meal for somebody, right? We have production guest services. But you wanted to highlight yours that really is a need right now. We're lacking some service people, some volunteer in this one category. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So I'm sure everybody has seen the amount of people it takes to put on the services that we do on Sunday. We need everybody to pull it together. And if you have served or are serving now, you know what a reward it is to serve. And you've heard our pastors talk about the next steps at the end of service, where some people may be coming for the first time and they don't know where to start. We have people that stand at those next step tables at our exits to hand them a book and kind of explain, this is where you go and this is how you follow your next steps. And then once they go to there, I follow up with them. But we need people to stand at those tables. It's literally 2 to 3 minutes after church. It's not long. You can still get to lunch on time before the line gets long.
Yeah.
And but we do need people to stand there with a heart to serve others.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great group. Just that they've made the biggest decision of their life to make Jesus the Lord and Savior. And they walk out to that table and they're like, what do I do? What just happened to me?
Yeah.
And we want those friendly faces there to just say, hey, welcome to the family of God. Here's a Bible. Here's a book. Paige is going to follow up with you this week. Is there anything I can do for you? How can I pray with you? You know, just to be there. I think that's so needed. So if you're looking for a place to serve on Sunday, I would say Next Steps is a great place to start and to help. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do that. Okay. And we talked about our Bay Minette campus. Man, they're going to have some great groups.
They are going to have.
Is there any one or two that you would like to highlight for our Bay Minette people?
So I think they're also having a young adults group.
Okay,
which is going to be super neat. They're doing a women's and a girls and a guys.
Okay.
So it's going to be separate. I'm sure they'll probably hang out from time to time, but theirs right now is separate. They also are doing a concession stand group for the Tigers.
Yes.
For the Baldwin County High School. They're doing pickleball. They're doing all the fun things. So pretty much everything we have here, they're doing up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just in a smaller capacity.
That's right.
But we love our Bay Minette campus, and they're doing great. They have lots of groups to offer. So if you're listening, you're in the Bay Minette area, or you attend our Bay Minette campus, there's lots of groups for you to get involved in. And it's not too late. If you need to lead a group and you want to jump in late, like we'll help you in Bay Minette. We'll help you get there. Okay, Paige. Well, we've talked a lot about groups. Now, again, I just want to keep saying, we have just briefly gone over all the groups we are offering. There is so many. Take time this weekend to go through the catalog and date around, sign up, check them out, find out where you want to be, and get involved in a coastal group. There's no better way to get involved in the life of a church than to meet other people so that when you see them on Sunday, it's just like, these are my people.
Yes.
You know? All right. What are the dates of this semester?
Okay. So the dates start September 8th. So that means September 8th is a Sunday. So let's say the group that you're in is on a Wednesday. So you're going to start on that was the 11th.
Okay.
So the week of the 8th is when the groups start. So you'll
So wherever yours, so if yours meet on a Tuesday, it's just that Tuesday of the week of the 8th. Okay.
Correct. And then we end on the week of the 27th. So same thing. It's not going to end on the 27th unless you're in a Sunday group.
Now, is this of September?
That's October. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine.
October 27th. Yes.
Yeah.
So September 8th through October 27th.
The week of. So it goes all the way through. Now, again, some of these run differently. Some of them meet once, twice, not every week, once a month. Some groups just meet once, like the trots, like all the 5K runs. That's obviously just a one-time group. So you can sign up for multiple groups.
Yes. And your
still
group leader will give you all the information you need.
When you sign up, begin to look for an email from your group leader.
That's right.
They're going to give you, hey, we're going to meet this time, or you need to order this book, or they're going to start getting you rolling in the process, and you're going to get the information. So watch out for those emails, I would say. Like, be aware that you're going to get emailed. You're going to get, check that spam. Sometimes it goes to spam or trash. Okay, so we've got the dates down. Now, childcare. A lot of people always ask about childcare. Help us with that.
Okay, so we do offer childcare here. If you are in a coastal group, we offer childcare for you. That's on Sundays, Thursdays, and Wednesdays. I should have gone Wednesday and then Thursday. Sorry.
Okay.
But so you are allowed to drop off at 5:40. Pickup is at 8 p.m. And so that make sure you allot for that when you're joining your group, how far the distance is, because we do have workers here that have to get home to their families as well. But that's going to be on Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, and Thursday nights. If you're in a coastal group, we do have free childcare.
If you're in a coastal group, now, this isn't time for you to go to Walmart and shop.
No.
This is if you have a group that falls on one of those evenings. Now, you do have to RSVP.
Yes.
But your group leader will let you know how to do that and all of that. So you have to RSVP to let us know you're bringing your family, bringing your kids, And if for some reason you're not going to come and you RSVP, there's a way to let us know.
Yes, you can text
so
us.
that we're not waiting for your kids.
And I'll give you all that information as well. Just keep checking your email and we'll have everything for you.
So childcare is provided Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
That's right.
I love that. We make it easy.
Yes.
Make it easy.
We want you in a group.
I'm so excited about this semester. It's going to be really good.
It's going to be so good.
Okay, fun last question that you didn't want to answer, but you're going to have to.
Okay,
our fun last question. What is one thing that needs to be on our radar that's not on our radar that you think, man, I've been doing this lately, or I've been going to this restaurant, reading this book, listening to this podcast, or doing this certain thing, and it's one of my new favorite things that I'm doing, and everybody needs to know about it. What is that thing?
Okay, so most of you guys know me. I am an extremely joyful person, and every morning when I wake up and my feet hit the floor, the first thing I do is say, I'm going to have an attitude of gratitude. And I don't mean this to be sounding weird or anything, but my devotion is kept in the bathroom because most of us have to go twinkle when we wake up.
Yes. Okay.
So there it is. So
TMI, but we're good with that.
But listen, God gets the first 5.
There you go. Okay.
Or first 30 seconds, whatever it is. God gets it. And then I'm able to go about my day with an intention of gratitude, of thankfulness. And I just try to keep that throughout the day when my car starts. Thank you, God. When I'm folding laundry that I don't want to fold, thank you, God, that I have this laundry. And I just go through the day, and that's pretty much it. I don't go out to eat very much, so I didn't have a restaurant to share.
You cook a lot at home. You cook good stuff at home, but you cook a lot at home. But I love that you said, like, my new thing is having an attitude of gratitude because it's changed the way that I operate through the day.
Everything.
It's helped you have a positive outlook, and you already really did, but it's just kind of enhanced that, right?
We can always get better.
I think we can always get better at gratitude. And I love that you're thanking God for the little things. You know, sometimes we take all of that for granted, and I have to fold the laundry. No, I get to.
That's
and
right.
Thank you, Lord, that I have clothes that I get to fold and I get to wash.
At the gym and the trainer is telling you to do one more rep, I get to do this. You have to still have that.
Yeah, my mom started an exercise program recently, and she said, I'm just so grateful that I can
That's right.
get on a treadmill. I can get on an elliptical. I can, because I see other people my age that aren't there, that can't even walk upstairs, you know.
That's the truth.
She's like, so having that attitude of gratitude does help keep a positive mindset and stay close to Jesus so that we stay joyful, right? I love that. You're always so much fun to have. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for leading our group so well. You do it really good, and you're so intentional about getting everyone involved. And that's what makes Coastal Church special. We can be a big church with small groups.
That's right.
That make everybody feel needed and known, which is our goal every single week. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's going to be a great semester. Don't forget, this Sunday, go online. Make sure that you look through the catalog, that this weekend you're being intentional with your family. You're setting that calendar as school begins, that in September groups start. So let's fit these into our calendar. Don't let other things crowd in your schedule, and forget to be intentional about growing in community with God and with others. Don't be an island unto yourself as a Christian. Invite others along the journey with you. I promise you we have a group for you. If you can't find it, reach out to our team. We will help you find the group where you fit and where you can feel like you are loved and valued. We love you, Coastal. It's going to be a great group semester. Make sure you get in a group today. Thank you for listening to this week's Coastal Conversations podcast. All of today's references will be found in the show notes. Also, if you enjoyed listening, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. We'll see you at Coastal this Sunday as we pick the conversation up from here.